next pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select.
That's So Dolphins Talk with John Baker and Trigga Trey Proctor.
Let me check your pulse if you're not fired up.
Dude, are we good?
Dude, we're the best team in the league.
If you don't have eye black at home, you better go get some eye black.
Put him on the Uber and get him at.
Hello and welcome into another edition of That's So Dolphins. We got myself, John Baker, and the co-pilot, Trigga Trey Proctor. All hope is officially lost. Absolute panic mode. Butthole is puckered. Just everything that can go wrong is going wrong at the worst part of the year.
I can't even look forward to the draft because we have no draft picks, John. What has happened? I opened up my Twitter and I don't even want to look at pictures of people. I don't even want to see you. I don't want to see stats. I don't even care if Tua is in the top 5 of anything anymore.
Doesn't matter
because it doesn't matter because those 2 games are trash. And now I think maybe we're frauds and maybe he's not good. And I don't know, dude. I'm at a loss.
We've voiced our concerns for the last several weeks about this team, and everything that we thought about it, absolutely is happening. They have no run game. The linebackers are literally all they've done, all defenses are doing differently is just, I have some theories, but anyways, other than what is actually happening, all they're doing is just changing their coverage from 15 to 18 yards. And instead of going outside the hashes, they're just staying closer to the hashes. They're just forcing us to not throw down the middle. And I don't understand how we can't figure out how to not throw anywhere else but down the middle of the field. Did we not? I'm absolutely flabbergasted at the fact that Mike McDaniel is literally known for running the football, and we can't run the football. It's absurd.
Yeah, I don't. And there were times last night that he ran the ball well. It just seems like he won't stay committed to it. It just feels like it's a shot. It's like I'm watching Ryan Howard play baseball. It's either a home run or a strikeout.
I just don't. It doesn't make any sense. This team is. I'm gonna say it. They're frauds. They're gonna blow it, completely blow it. And they had 2 games in hand where they it didn't have to be like this, and they're gonna blow it all away.
8-5 feels so bad when you're going 8-9.
Dude, it's not good.
And we're getting blowed out. I mean, we'll get to it. Dude, Tua had 2 completions in the first quarter. He was 2 for 13 or something stupid.
I'm doing
How
it.
Embarrassing.
I'm doing it.
Oh, no.
Yep. Here it comes. The very first ever Johnny Sizzlers. McDaniel, the honeymoon is officially over. Tua, do it in a game that matters. Is Waddle still on the team? Or did he just waddle his ass to the North Pole for Christmas? Jaceki, he's forever useless. How can we not run the football? It's literally the only thing Mike McDaniel is known for. 3 for 14 for 25 passing yards. Were we bribed to lose? 78 plays on defense, and we only end up giving up 2 touchdowns. Offense, do your job. Please sign 3 linebackers in free agency. Pay Phillips and Wilkins. What was that rough in the passer call, dude? That is so awful. We're gonna get to
So
that.
fucking bad, dude.
Xavier Howard, you're officially washed. And Mike McDaniel, you are officially on the hot seat. And that was the first ever Johnny Sizzlers.
Did you ask Waddle if you Waddle?
Yes.
I want everyone to know that that came out of nowhere. I did not know any of that was happening.
Oh, yeah. Planned it all in my head this morning.
Wow. Also, McDaniel in the hot seat after an 8-5 start.
Yep, hot seat.
Wow.
Mike McDaniel, hot seat, collision course.
I can't believe we're 8-5. Put people on a hot seat. We're not 5-8.
It could,
We are
it could be
8-5.
worse. But it could be 5-8. They literally did it to us. They literally sucked us in to the point where I was like, all right, all I'm gonna do is just sit and I'm gonna enjoy it. That's all I'm gonna do. And I over enjoyed. It's
Dude, I have literally planned every Super Bowl celebration. Like the amount of tears I was gonna cry. I had it all planned out.
I didn't think
I
we were
had
gonna
my-
win. I didn't think we were gonna win the bowl. I'm gonna be dead honest with you. But I figured we were gonna be.
I was head over heels.
Oh no! See, I never had the Super Bowl expectation. I had the full expectation of like maybe divisional round. At least my expectation of making the wild card round is still there.
I don't even know if we're making the playoffs.
I don't know if we are either. This weekend is Saturday night.
We're getting
That's-
blown out. I'm not even
we're getting
thinking
blown
it,
out.
I'm not even
That's-
saying it's not even a
there's-
big game. We're
there's no-
losing.
There's literally no chance that we're gonna be playing in 7 inches of snow. We can't even figure it out in a dome.
We had heaters on the sideline in LA.
Yeah, what is that about? Like
What are we doing?
I'm so flabbergasted at the fact that like receivers looked absolutely lost last night, and Tua looked like he didn't care. Like he's literally sitting on the bench by himself, and Tyreek and all them are on the other side of the bench. Like something happened. I don't know what it is. I'm going far out on another limb here, saying that something happened. I don't know what it is.
What do
But
you mean something happened?
I don't know, man. I got a feeling that something happened out there.
Like in the locker room?
Yeah. Did it not look like that on the sidelines, or am I the only one just picking up those vibes?
I just think that Tua's always been by himself. Like he'll come over after the play and celebrate for a little bit, but even when they're winning, he always seems to be by himself or up next to McDaniel.
Man, I'm just planting seeds of doubt.
You are. I don't think there's something in your locker room.
Stirring the pot.
I mean, Jesus. But what I didn't understand was us losing balls in the light. Like what happened there?
I don't understand
That
that.
one
Like,
to Tyreek was a perfect ball and he just didn't look for it.
yeah, and then Waddle did it late in the game too.
Yeah, I just don't understand. I've never
like,
heard that was an issue.
Yeah, no one's ever had that issue in that stadium. Why did the Dolphins? That's like that's why I was like saying, like, were we literally bribed to lose that game? I don't know. Like it literally looked, that's how bad it looked. It looked like they were purposefully trying to suck.
Vegas has got to get theirs, man. Unless we're all just part of this movie. It's just the roller coaster of the season. The next thing you know, we're in the Super Bowl.
Okay, so I did see a tweet a few weeks ago that was about Tua. And it was it wasn't specifically about Tua. It was about all of the recent Alabama quarterbacks and that have come out of there. And it was like a thread where it was like they gave their honest opinion of what that quarterback really was at Alabama. And when they got to Tua, they said Tua was excellent, except in the big games. And from everything, like from all of the research that we have on Tua, is like that is like the exact thing. Like he is excellent until it matters. And like every game that it's ever mattered that he's played in, that's been like the biggest game or anything like that, he's absolutely shit the bed. And I hate that.
What about when he came in and just threw a Tudlow Jones in the national championship?
That's like literally the outlier to it. Like if you think, no, honestly, like think about all the other games he's played in that have been enormous. The national championship against Clemson, dogged it. Not even dogged it. He sucked awfully in that game. The that big game against LSU in the regular season, he really played awful that first half. Played great in the second half. The Tennessee game last year. I mean, like there's a litany of games where like you had the Buffalo game, his rookie season. Games where like you gotta have it to get to the playoffs, or like you gotta have it to, you know what I mean? Like he's played awful in every single one of those games, except for the national championship game where he's like where obviously like the one he's known for.
Well, I mean, we're gonna have to have it now because it feels like we have to go 3-1 in the last 4 to make playoffs.
And I'm worried that might not even be enough because we're going to get a one-way ticket to Kansas City probably. Do we really want to make the playoffs to go to Kansas City?
Oh, yeah. I'll play any team. I don't give a shit.
I guess that is true. I guess we have to make the playoffs.
Yeah. You don't think 11-6 gets us in?
No, I think it gets us in. I didn't mentally prepare to play Kansas City. But I guess it doesn't even really matter. You go to win a championship, you got to play the big team, so it doesn't really matter.
You got to play them all. Yeah, you got to play them all. Kansas City doesn't necessarily scare me. At this point, I don't know what team to be afraid of, what team not to be afraid of, because we just
like the way that this team loses games is the opposite of what you think they're going to win games.
Yeah,
like every game they've lost, it's been the complete opposite way you think they were going to lose. Like, do we really think that we were going to play a game against the Chargers where they're lights out on defense? I'm not saying, but I'm just saying that something's fishy about that whole thing. That Chargers defense sucks. They're not that good. And they were missing 3 starters, and all of a sudden, like, these backups are like in the perfect passing lanes and everything. Like, is McDaniel's offense that predictable, or like, come on now?
You think they're filming practice?
I mean, I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
You have went from locker room problems,
yes,
to filming practice,
yes,
to McDaniel in a hot seat,
yes,
also,
yes. Some of that is part of the gimmick. We just watched Asante Samuel get absolutely obliterated last week, and now this week he is like Darrelle Revis out there.
I don't understand. I think it's more of McDaniel's offense, but he's more intelligent than that. Is it? I don't want to say it. I'm not saying it.
Say it.
Okay. This isn't what I think, but this is what's in my mind right now. Okay. Did McDaniel build this offense around Tua being able to throw the ball extremely well in the middle of the field, knowing that his biggest weakness maybe isn't necessarily arm strength, but it is zip on those outer intermediate throws? So what's happening now is we don't have an offense that can complete passes outside of the hashes in that intermediate area, like you just talked about. So now defenses are literally just covering a third of the field.
Well, I think that the biggest thing, I think that plays about 50% of what the other 50% that I'm about to say is that they can't run the football. They have no threat to play in the box to get behind those linebackers where we like to play. Because now those linebackers are just sitting back saying, well, we can rush 4 and you won't run the ball.
Yeah. I mean, dude, if I'm playing against us, I'm a defense coordinator, I'm literally playing two man the entire game.
Yeah.
And those safeties are on the hashes and they backpedal the hashes, and we're playing the middle of the field, and we might get to the deep ball over the top, but if not, hey, we'll give you like I just
I guess the thing is that like this offense also is built off of the one time when you make a mistake, and these last two games we haven't capitalized on the mistake. Like there's at least two touchdowns that Tyreek has left on the field because last night he completely just didn't see the ball at all. And I am thinking in my mind of when that happened in the San Francisco game. I can't think of it right now, but like literally both of those times he should be like literally still running. Like nobody's caught him.
mm-hmm. Yep.
So we're like the bounces aren't going our way still. But at the same time, we shouldn't be so bad to the point where we're 3 for 14 for 25 yards at the halftime. That's abysmal. That's like a stat
I'm
sheet. That's a stat sheet at Shippensburg High School for 4 quarters. And we did that in half. I don't understand. I don't understand how, like, I'm not even mad at the defense. The defense played 78 plays and they only gave up 2 touchdowns. Yes, it does look bad. And yeah, that like, okay, the third and goal call to line people up against a goal line, about 90% of the time, that's worked really well. And last night it didn't work.
Yeah.
So like I can't even be mad. I'm not even mad at the defense anymore. Like
I
I'm
hate
mad.
Boyer so much too.
Oh yeah, I hate Boyer. The identity of this team is it should have shifted a little bit for to compensate for the fact that like we don't have Brandon Jones and Nick Needham, and I'm not even going to speak on the other B Jones because he's gone. He's like literally not playing a game this year. Do not expect Byron Jones to play a single game this year. Quit asking. He's not coming back. He's played his last game. I have some theories on what that is. I can tell you off air. But I think he's not playing. He's not coming back next year, and they're going to have to figure out. Like they're going to get Brandon Jones and they're going to get Nick Needham back, and I think that this defense will look much more what we're accustomed to seeing next year. However, it like we need to invest in some linebackers, and we need to invest in linebackers like in the worst way.
Mm-hmm. Free agency's got to be a linebacker attack.
Because Jerome Baker ain't it. He literally looks like he's running in quicksand out there. It looks like he's tied down to the ice wagon. If anyone is in the open field, he might as well just lay down and slide at him. Because he's not making that tackle. They're just gonna juke him and he's gonna land on the sideline.
The worst part is when he misses a tackle and trips up one of our guys who could have possibly made it tackle. I'd rather him the snap of the football just run off of the field.
I'd rather him just lay in the middle of the field and hope someone trips over him. That's not us. He's not good this year. He's regressed. X has regressed.
I know. Oh,
What were you saying about X?
he's been playing awful.
Oh,
like I don't.
He literally looks like
understand.
a step. He looks a step slow this year.
He's old.
He's like, yeah, and we just paid him for more money.
We had to, but it's fine.
Cater Kohu, though, is going to be really good.
Oh, he's a stud.
He is that is a great pickup. Phenomenal pickup. And they need to find more dudes. And I think that they will. I think that they realize that they're thin on the back end or thin at linebacker. Don't touch just re-sign Wilkins and make life so much easier and invest in O-line for the love of everything. Get some linemen. Please play Eric Fisher this week.
Please.
Yeah. This O-line, man. I don't understand why they can't. So, like, do we think that does McDaniel make the final decision on the play call, or is it Frank Smith?
Oh, it's McDaniel. McDaniel's calling the plays.
So like Frank Smith is giving input like, hey, we should probably run this.
Correct.
Like he's probably given situation.
Correct.
McDaniel just for somebody that like is the run game coordinator and set up like such a good run game, he's so quick to he's so quick to abandon it. It's like we're literally playing Madden. Like you just abandon the run. When it ain't working, we're going deep. Like I just don't understand. Last night too, I will say that this officiating last night was absolutely abysmal. It was
so bad.
For those first 3 Dolphins drives, like there was offensive pass interference or defensive pass interference, like at least on 75% of those plays. That very first play that NFL Twitter put out there where they're like, oh yeah, Gilliam came to play. He was literally holding Tyreek back, or like Tyreek would have been gone. And it was a really poor pass from Tua, but like still. And that I saw this is interesting. So I saw McAfee tweeted about the roughing the passer call. And in the comments, the good brother Dolph Ziggler made a posted in the comments, how do we have a rule where you can challenge pass interference but you can't challenge roughing the passer? Like, what is roughing the passer anymore? No one knows. That call completely changed the game. Like it turned the game completely back into the Chargers' favor. Maybe I'm looking at it like that in some bias, but like that call changed.
Oh, I think it would change the momentum. Well, it changed the momentum and it changed the field position big time. Yeah, they didn't get points on that drive, but I mean, I just don't see a single scenario where that's roughing the passer, not one. And like momentum's just as big as points sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Again, they didn't drive down and score, so that's a win, but it sucked the life out of this fucking team.
Oh yeah, because they were up after that, and then like they were up, and then right after that they looked so deflated, like we literally got robbed. And Jalen Phillips is going to get a nice hefty fine, especially for the tweet after the game.
I didn't see it. What did he say?
He said, I know I'm going to get fined $15,000, but somebody needs to explain to me what I'm supposed to do differently because I don't know. I sent it to you. Let me scroll up here. He said, regardless of the outcome of the game, if I'm about to be fined $15,000 for roughing the passer, in quotes, then there needs to be some accountability and review of what constitutes that penalty.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, I did see that. He's right.
Again, like that, the refs they're so bad this year. Like not even in Dolphins games, like they're just bad in general. Like how many drives did we watch of the Chargers last night where that right tackle, if you can see the right tackle's leg moving in bright yellow pants and you don't see the ball, it's a false start. And he did it the entire game. And the only reason he's doing that is because he knew that he couldn't cover Jalen Phillips.
Yeah. 100%. You're exactly right.
And they just that was beyond frustrating that they called it maybe once and then they waited until the second half to call pass interference, like at a point where it didn't even matter.
I don't understand why Jalen Waddle has vanished from this offense.
What's happened? That's what I'm concerned. Like what's happened? He's healthy. That's what I'm saying. Did he waddle his ass up to the North Pole or what?
He had a couple drops.
He had drops last week. Gesicki hasn't had a catch in 2 games, I don't think. I mean, he's literally useless. What?
You Ubered him. Who cares?
I did Uber him. He gone.
He is useless right now. I mean, we're not using him anyway, even if he was.
He's gone too. They're not signing him at the end of the year.
Hell no. They should have just traded him.
Yeah, they absolutely should have traded him, or they should have just let him go. They should never tagged him.
Yep.
There's going to be a lot of money freed up from people leaving this year. There's going to be money freed up for Gesicki. There's going to be money freed up for from Byron Jones's deal, and there's definitely going to be money freed up from
Eric
uh
Rose gone.
Eric Rose gone, Miles Gaskin's gone. I think that they're going to stay aggressive, well, because they need to. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of big changes in the offseason with this team, and I don't know if I want to say it because yes, the defense has played poorly, very up and down a lot of the season, but I don't know if Boyer's gone at the end of the year or not. I don't know.
He's got to be, dude. I think, in my opinion, it made sense for McDaniel to keep him as a holdover, coming in as a new coach to keep some familiarity in the locker room somewhere, right? So that at least someone that he can go to and talk about. Like, he probably could go to Boyer and talk about how the player was last year, things like that, for some of the existing guys. So I think this year he had to keep him. But
okay.
I think he's gone. Do you see what I mean? Though, like, you come in and you completely wipe out the coaching staff, and like you have no one to fall back on who's been with this team before to talk through certain situations and the way certain players feel about things or whatever. Or like, oh, this happened last year and this is what we did. Like they would have none of that.
Okay, I
And
see
I
what you're
think
saying.
with him being so aggressively involved with the offense and running the offense, I don't think he had the time or the ability to find a defensive coordinator that he fully trusted yet to run the defense and not have extreme oversight.
Who do we think are the candidates?
There's got to be someone on that Niners staff that he knows, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure who it is because I guess the growing opinion is that D'Amico Ryan's is going to get a head
He's
coach
gonna get a head
job.
coaching job. Yeah, he'll definitely get a head coaching job.
I don't know. Do you think D'Amico Ryan's is ready for a head coaching job?
I think it's a little early, but
He can come to Miami and run our defense.
yeah, I think he should definitely sample a year or two with us defensively to make sure.
Yeah, that would be great. So, in other words, too, we're going to be playing in 7 feet of snow, 7 inches of snow. When was the last time the only other time I can remember the Dolphins ever winning in Buffalo is the Reggie Bush snow game.
Mm-hmm.
Don't feel as good about this game as I did about that game.
I felt so bad about that game. I feel bad about every time we play Buffalo, even when they suck. I don't care if JP fucking Losman is our quarterback. I thought we were losing.
And
I mean, we're losing. Like, so we
yeah,
literally have to. We're losing next week. So we're an 8-6 football team.
and you have to win out.
You got to win out.
You have to beat Green Bay at home, and you got to go
Yep.
on the road to Foxborough, and then you got the big game against the Jets at the end of the year.
Yeah. So we lose next week. We go to 8-5 or 8-6. We're going to be reeling. We're going to win the next two. We'll be 10-6, and then we'll see what 2 is about. I mean, these honestly, in my opinion, if he lays 4 straight subpar games here, it's that offseason talk's going to be loud, unfortunately.
It's gonna be really loud. We had so much promise.
Dude, I thought this team was different. I said, there's no way Mike McDaniel's going to let this happen to this team. No way. He's just a different person. I feel it.
So like,
You know,
okay, let's okay, if we just take a second and like think about it. Everything that the Dolphins, like everything that my day one expectations for this team were to just make it to the playoffs. That my expectations haven't changed. Just make it to the playoffs. So like we're 8-6, we can still make the playoffs. It's not the end of the world. It just isn't going to look the way that I wanted it to look, possibly. We're still here's the difference. This time last year we were on the outside looking in. This year we're on the inside looking at. We're forever in the hunt, but now like this year, like we're actually like the hunt, like we're in the hunt. We're not in the hunt, like we're already there. which is a weird feeling for us because we're never in the playoffs. We're always that team with like we're where the Jets are now and always in the hunt.
Mm-hmm. You're exactly right.
So if we're I do kind of want to talk about this Bills game because I don't what are do
Don't do it to yourself.
I don't I am here's what I will say about the Bills game. I am afraid that it's gonna be the Bills first game all over again. We're gonna play them tough in the beginning, and I think Tua is gonna get I don't want to say it, but like Matt Milano is a certified dirtbag, and the way he hit Mike White, we ain't protecting Tua that well. I'm worried because Milano is a certified dirtbag. Although I do feel like okay, so if we think about like that Chargers attack is like literally very similar to what we're going to see this week, anyways.
Yeah,
So
I would agree.
we played them the same way. We played them the same way that we played the Bills the first time around. So I think that we're going to see a very similar style game. Like it's going to be a tight one, but it just depends on whether or not I'm being serious. I think like it's going to be a tight
I don't
game.
even want it to be close. I either want to win or get blowed out. Like
What?
dude, because here's the thing.
I don't.
It's
if you get blowed
selfishly-
out, if you get blowed out, I think that literally destroys this team. I think
Yeah,
that is
you're
the.
right.
I
I'm
think
just
that
being
if they get blowed
selfish.
out, I think it's the
Because
end.
I don't
of it.
want my emotions to be so high and to think we're gonna win and then get my heart ripped out again, dude. I just can't.
If it will look and feel better if we were in it and we like lose like late or to a very close game. Like imagine if we would have lost that game at home in week 3. We felt great about that, regardless of whether or not we won or lost. Because it was 21-19. We held them to 19 points. Can we do it again? We just held the Chargers to 23 points.
Yeah.
We would have held San Francisco.
BBDDDD.
We would have held San Francisco to under 30 if like the wheels like literally wouldn't have blown off at the end there.
Yeah.
So like as much BS as we talk about the defense, the offense needs to step it the F up.
I agree. We got to be better.
Maybe you should just give him to him. Give him the old nut fuck.
We got not to fuck up. Like, it's time. I'm done playing fucking pitter patter.
It's time.
5 rounds in the NFL. AFC East. Introduce the first. Fighting! Blue corner.
But seriously, I think they're the okay. So the Dolphins, I don't think they're out. They're not out, not yet. We're still alive. We need to put a positive spin on this because we've been ultra negative. Especially myself. I've been very accusatory in this show.
Dude, you came with a whole fucking segment. Come on, what are you gonna take all the blame? I said that we're losing next week. Okay, negative. But then we're gonna win out. And we're gonna make the playoffs. No, we're not. Dude, I don't even know what to think. I can't get my hopes up. This is gonna be the shittiest week of all time.
Dude, and it's a Saturday night game.
Yeah, at least we don't have to wait one less day.
For the ass whipping.
Oh my god! On national TV again. I used to get so excited. I was so excited for the name intros last night. I shushed the entire house. We don't want to hear the name intros. We never get those, and then just embarrass everyone.
Oh my dude! They even had Darius Rucker on there.
That was our death right there. When they fucking put Hootie and the Blowfish on there.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Hootie.
You know what our
it was
death was?
It was the Sunday night crew. Everyone
Picking the
picking the
Chargers.
Dolphins.
That's what I
Everyone picked.
mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
everyone picked
Yeah.
the Dolphins. We should have
Never
known.
good.
Whenever they always pick one team, it's never a good sign.
So annoying. Makes no sense.
That's what I'm saying. Something fishy went on out there.
I
I
wonder if
guarantee you that
they're-
Charger defense plays like absolute dog ass this week.
Yeah, I bet they give up 40, and you know what's going to happen? Here's exactly what's going to happen. Everyone is going to be hammering the Bills money line, and Vegas is going to get theirs when we fucking win in Buffalo.
Oh, let's go.
Vegas is getting theirs, dude. I'm telling you, it's literally all this is. No one can tell me any different.
What's this? What's
It's
what's
probably
the
going to
line?
be 7.5.
You think 7.5?
Yeah.
Did the Finns cover yesterday?
No, we were -3.5. We lost.
Okay, I wasn't sure what the line was. I wasn't sure how much it changed. You got anything else for the show?
No.
Just it feels like this is how I explained it at work today. I told my coworker that it felt like I just bombed an exam, like a final exam that I had to have it, and I bombed it, and I knew I was gonna get like a D or something in that class because of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Oh, it hurts.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good way to put it. I'm all my emotions have been ripped out of my soul.
I was so mad last night. I didn't fall asleep till 2 a.m. Just staring.
I didn't even know what to do. I usually listen to Twitter or get on Twitter, but the post game press conference is like cut off right after McDaniel, so I couldn't even hear him.
Oh yeah, literally to us was like literally 5 minutes.
Yeah. The feed went down. The mic was bad. It's just like everything sucked. Get us out of California. Maybe
Please.
that was why. The West Coast, dude.
Yeah, actually, I think it is really good. You can't really blame them for staying out in LA for 2 weeks.
No, we had to.
But here's the thing I don't understand. What other team has there ever been another team that's gone on the road 3 consecutive weeks, but like the back-to-back weeks are in across like the country? Like, is that even like I mean, I'm sure that has to be, but like I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Only the Dolphins.
Maybe I got nothing else, dude. I'm so sad.
I'm so sad. Well, I just got nothing. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at @the_Podski. Check us out on Instagram at @the_Podski. And then check us on Facebook at the Podski with John Baker. And make sure you download, rate, review, and subscribe. And we will see you next weekend. Probably with a Bills loss or Bills win, or maybe a Bills loss. But hit it with it.
Fins up.
Fins up.